golly, I was on the roll. And I just realized I didn't hit record. Ain't that a good morning. I took today off. I have some stuff that I need to do during the business hours that I don't ever get to because I'm usually working Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, pretty steadily. I get my hours in, but I bust my butt. I don't mind it though. I like staying busy. That said, hold that thought. I need to take a drink of water. And my little thing is so loud, and my son's still sleeping. But so another service member passed away. My heart and prayers go out to all families, all service members right now. Those fighting this war, those are part of it, everything, all branches, and those that have already lost their lives. I don't think they're being honest with the numbers. It's my personal opinion. I think, unfortunately, we've had more passings than what they're leading on. And I think it's comical that people put so much value in what Fox News puts out as if it's truth, when there's been evidence and history of that not being the case. And so it's very unique to me to see people be provided truth in front of their eyes, but they choose to follow the lie. And that's by their free will. That's by their choice. They choose to follow the lie. They choose to not follow the proof. They choose to not follow evidence. They choose to not follow their gut, their discernment, their inner knowing of what's right and what's wrong. And it's one of those things. It's crazy to me because everybody, we have to understand that how things have been ran up until this point today has created division. And that's what they want. And it's like now we've crossed over to dividing where if you're against MAGA, you're a problem. If you were previously MAGA or you voted for Trump and all you want is to see him held accountable for the things that he said he was going to do, the things that he's campaigned on, you're a problem that you're questioning it, that you're holding him accountable. And what does that create? That creates division when, from just a general standpoint, there's nothing wrong with people holding the President of the United States accountable for things that he ran his campaign on. Now, you have different variables, you have different factors, you have all these different things that play a part, obviously. But when you get to a place where absolutely nothing that he's ran on is coming to fruition, you have to be able to question it. Like, you can't even run on the gas prices being low anymore. That was a staple for them for a bit, but that's not even the case anymore. The gas prices aren't low. They're actually rising. The food prices are rising. Like, they haven't really gotten much lower. Yeah, they may be a couple cents lower, but the gas is taking up the overage of it. That you might have saved in pennies for the food going down a bit low, now you get to put it in your gas tank. So gee, thanks. You know, and it's like it's mind-boggling to me that we have so many people in this world that blatantly choose to protect and follow and advocate and fight for the lie to withstand, instead of fighting for the truth to prevail by choice, because they so often enough don't want to take accountability and be like, hey, you know what? You're right. I thought things were going to be different as well. I voted for him. I wanted to see something different, and I hope that transpires. But they won't even take that. They'll go blow to blow and argue with you when they know blatantly that their points are not true. Their facts are not true. You know, I know that being the president is one of the hardest jobs. I'm well aware of that. And every president is allowed downtime. I couldn't agree more. However, Trump be getting in his downtime with tea time, with his Mar-a-Lago donor events. I mean, he gets in his downtime. I don't question his downtime. I don't say he doesn't deserve it. But you have servicemen and women losing their lives for a reason they can't even give us, other than it's a religious war, which is even more concerning. Even more concerning. I'm so glad to see Tucker covering the areas in reference to the gravity of what we're facing right now. I don't think people understand in reference to this war. And I'm not saying Iran has been perfect. I know Iran hasn't been perfect. Israel, by all means, has not been perfect. None of us have been perfect, if you want to look at the mirror here. United States has not been perfect. So it's crazy to me that we as a United States hold up the mirror to all these countries that haven't been perfect, but yet can't figure out how to hold it up to the United States. That's that duality. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, if people born and are American citizen have this like holier than thou, like they deserve, you know, a lifestyle of the rich and famous, and they'll get it at all costs. And it's just crazy to me. Dividing us going against each other, arguing about menial things is not going to get us anywhere. That's exactly what they want. We have to be able to find a happy median and find a compromise within this. This is what's going to save us. It's going to save our children. It truly is. And it's sad. It's sad. I watched Baron Cohen. He put on his bad cop. I have a feeling today Candace is going to be bad cop too. And Ian Carroll is just cooking. They're all cooking because it's sad to watch. It's sad to watch that they blame the bomb that hit the children's church on Iran when it was a false flag. I mean, you could pick that up. Why would Iran do that? I mean, seriously. Iran has taken a pretty big stance on protesting against child trafficking, human trafficking, and harming children. So logically, it would make no sense for Iran to take out a children's school for no plausible reason. And yet that's what that's what we did. I know I'm not going to say United States, allegedly. But that's what we did. That was our choice of action, to start the war. And so we have to ask ourselves, where are we at in our mindset? Whether it be Israel or United States, to do such things, to go after the children. And if you think that they're doing it here and they're not doing it in the United States, you're sadly mistaken. Our children in schools might not be getting bombs dropped on us, but they're definitely getting implicated in different ways. That goes without saying. They're getting implicated in the mines. History is getting rewritten, and they're studying it. And they're being formed and formulated to think the ideology way that they want them to, where they can control their minds. I mean, it's pretty evident. I see it sometimes in my son. It's an everyday battle. It's an everyday battle. And this is from what you see on TikTok. This is from what you see on social media platforms. And it is one of those things. That's why it's important to have a strong foundation in what you talk to and what you show your children. And you also walk by example. Walking by example is big. You know, I found some notes from when I went to church. I'm going to make a video about it. This one's getting into 9 minutes, but we have to find a happy median for all of us. It's not left versus right. It's not versus liberal. It's not versus MAGA. It's not versus Iran. It's not versus Israel. I mean, it just isn't. It's good versus evil. It really is, no matter what country you're in at this point.